Welcome to this post-race conference for race 2 at round 10. Congratulations, guys. And Christian, great to see you bringing the Tyco BMW back onto the podium. Just give us your thoughts on this race 2.
Yeah, it's been a long while coming, I think. Since round 2, obviously, I've not been on the podium, and I've just been in also round, to be fair. I've just been riding around, and it's been difficult. It's been a difficult mid-part to the season, and obviously it was really disappointing not to get in the showdown. And so I'm just happy for the whole Tyco BMW team, really. It's nice to be back here, and it's nice to reward them for all the hard work. I think we did... we made a few little errors during the mid-part of the season, and the last few rounds we've got it back, and we've had some reasonable pace, but actually it's not quite shown, so it's nice to finally show some of that. I made a mistake in the first race, and I had reasonable pace then. Could have been a similar result in the first race, and obviously that was my mistake, just ran on at the last corner. So it's still it was an interesting race, because there's still a couple of areas where I'm very weak. So that's really interesting, actually, and it's something we can definitely work on, and if we can work on those places, then, you know, I feel really strong. So, yeah, happy days.
Well done, congratulations. Good to see you back on the podium. Let's turn to Honda Racing's Dan Linfoot, and Linny, very controlled pace, fast pace for you, and up to third in the championship as well. It's got to be good. Yeah,
I'll take that, definitely. I know the other guys had a little bit of misfortune, Jason. I don't know what happened to James Ellison, but anyway, I'll definitely take the second place. Nice to be back on the podium. I had a podium at Donington Park and another podium here. A bit like Christian, a little bit of a lull in the middle of the season. For what reason, I don't know. Still felt to be pushing at my maximum, maybe a bit too hard, you know, maybe riding in the wrong way, but loved Donington Park. Race 1 this morning, I got totally bummed in the first corner and first few laps, and it was job off from there, really. So I just managed to come back through to 7th, but I knew I had quite a good pace, and I knew I had a few weak areas with the bike. So we made a change with the front tyre for a second race, and transformed the bike. To be honest, I was able to brake in a much better way entering corners, and my lap time was probably a half second quicker every lap. So yeah, thanks to the guys for that change, and hopefully we can take this sort of form into the next round, and who knows where we can get near these, you know, Shaky and Leon or whatnot, but I'll keep trying at my maximum. The old Fireblade's coming to the end of its service, so if we can give it maybe another top step before the end of its service, that would be a nice little treat. But keep giving our best. I'll never give up. You know, I wanna try and win a BSB championship soon, and I'm learning, eh? I think you're more than learning, but great result. Well done. Thank you. Thanks. We'll see you in Assen. Turn into Shaky Byrne, complete with his cup of tea. Coffee. Is it coffee, is it? Yeah. Rock and roll lifestyle. Shaky, seriously, congratulations on a magnificent double. And if anything, I thought the celebrations at the end summed up how you must have felt about that victory, because I think we had stoppies, wheelies, burnouts, rolling burnouts.
Well, you know, it's been a great weekend. I think that, you know, the first session obviously was wet, and I started that by flicking myself on an in-lap and smashing the bike up, which wasn't ideal. But yesterday and Friday afternoon especially were quite a lot cooler than today, and because of that, it was a little bit sort of hit and miss as to what tyre to use. And I think that, you know, the Ducati works. If I can ride on my own, the Ducati works the tyre really, really well. It's when I get stuck in a battle with, you know, Leon, for instance, who brakes really, really deep but doesn't have a load of corner speed and then accelerates really, really hard. It really hurts me, like we saw at Alton Park, you know. But that said, when the track temperature came up today and the sun's been out all day, it in effect kind of played into my hands a little bit, because, you know, the zero tyre doesn't have the longevity of the one, but it does have more performance initially. So in the first race especially, I knew I needed to get out the front and control it, but the second race was a little bit tougher. I sat in third for a bit and felt almost ridiculously comfortable, but I didn't want to. I knew there was going to be some harsh moves, you know. I knew that, you know, I'm not an idiot. I've been around a long time, and I've raced a lot of fast guys and a lot of strong guys, and I've raced a lot of guys that you sometimes don't want to be around on a racetrack. And you know, I wanted to make sure that when I went through, I really, really got my head down, and it was you know, straight away make a bit of a break. So I waited for my moment, and then got to the front, and then pushed on for a few laps. And believe it or not, I saw a sign on my board. I tend to look at the amount of people that I'm racing with and the laps to go and the gap that I have, but I can't normally look at all three in one thing. So I'd looked at the thing to see how many laps I had, and the next lap I come round and I saw a really, really weird thing on my board, and I thought it said LH out, but I wasn't sure. And I thought, no, it can't be Leon, not at Donington. Do you know what I mean? That just wouldn't happen. So anyway, the gap went up a tiny bit, and then I saw it was Dan that was in second. And to be honest with you, I kind of rolled a little bit, and then the gap came back down on one lap, and I thought, oh, no. If it is Leon out, I do not want to be losing them extra 5 points. So yeah, Dan forced me to get my head down again, and I had to push on for the last few laps and maintain the gap. But I'm absolutely over the moon for the BYs PBM Ducati team. You know, they've done a great job this weekend, and you know, it's a great start to the showdown for us. But there's still 5 very, very, very tough races to come, and you know, fingers crossed at the end of them all, we'll still be where we are now. But yeah, it's never quite that straightforward.
I know you're going to get your head down and train hard for Assen. Just give us your thoughts on the Assen circuits. You've had good and indifferent days there. Yeah,
I mean, I was really, really chuffed when Stuart and the MSV team took the BSB Championship out of the UK and went to Assen. I thought it was a fantastic move, and you know, personally, I'd welcome doing another European round as well. I mean, I think that the class of the riders, everybody in this championship, you know, is so strong that, you know, it ought to be shown off around the world. You know, maybe we should go and do another round in Germany, or maybe we should go and do a round in Italy or something like that, because I think the calibre of the riding and the professionalism of the championship in general is so high that other people deserve to get to see it. But when we first went there, I was absolutely chuffed to bits, and as you say, it's been good to me and bad to me. I went there, funnily enough, with a 27-point lead a couple of years ago, crashed in Rom race, and that was it, 2 points gone. So, you know, I definitely don't want to be counting my chickens just because we've got a bit of a break here. We need to keep our heads down and focus really, really hard on trying to maintain that gap and see where we are when we get to Brands.